Now that we have finished the rules and permission, it's time for us to im- see how we can import and export our data into a Excel file. So for that, first thing that we have to do is to go to Google and in here type Laravel-Excel to install a package. So we are going to use this package to import and export our data into Excel. Then let's click to documentation and installation. The first requirement is that we have to enable some extensions. So let's open our XAMPP and let's go to the conf. Let's start it first. Then let's go to config php.ini. In here, search for this extension GD. Let's copy this and paste it here. Search for this. This is the extension. Remove this semicolon from this. And also, if you have not enabled the zip extension, I highly recommend to enable this one also. Remove the semicolon from front of this also. Now let's click save, close this, stop our XAMPP and start again. Now let's scroll down to the installation section and copy this. So let's copy and let's go to our project, paste it here. Let's remove these, enter. Okay, let's copy, go back and let's copy this one. Copy and paste it to our project. Let's clear everything from here, paste and enter. Okay, it's being installed. Okay, so the installation is finished. And if we come to our composer.json, in here, we can see that the latest version have been installed in our application. Now we can create our import and export. First, I will demonstrate the export of our records into Excel sheet. Then after that, we will work on the import. So let's close this and clear our terminal. Now let's go back to the documentation, and in the documentation, if you guys see here, we have exports and 5-minute quick start. Click this one in here. It gives us a demo how we can create an export. So let's copy this and paste it inside our terminal. Then we can change the name of the file. So let's call this one students export. So let's type student export. And for the model, we are going to use our students model. So in the state of user, I am going to type students. Enter. Our file has been created. Now, if I go to inside my app exports, I have a new file with the name of students export. Now, if I don't change anything, directly export, call this class, it will export everything inside my students table. So let's go to our students controller and in here call this class. So let's create a new method in here. Let's call it public function export. And in here we will type return Excel, Excel colon download, and we will call our students exporting here. So new students export. Then and the second parameter we will have to give them the file name. So in our case we will give them student.xlsx with the extension of Excel. This is done. Now let's go to our web.php to call this method. So let's go to here and in our students group. In here, let's create a new route with the type of get and give him a URL of students/export. Then we can call our method in here, and we can also give him a name as well. So let's give him a name of students dot export. That's it. Now let's go to our students views and call create a button to call this route. So let's go to our resources JS students and index.js. In here, let's scroll down until our link. In here, let's create a new button. I will choose a link with the href off. And in here, let's call route and give him the name of our route, which is students.export. So let's copy this from here and paste it in here and give him a text also, a label ex- export students. That's it. Let's save everything. Now let's go to our project. Okay, let's refresh. Now we have our export students. So let's click this one. It has been exported. So let's open this. Okay, as you guys can see, I have all my students in here, but there is one small problem that this does not have any headings. So let's see how we can give him a heading as well. So let's go back to our project inside our students export, and the top in here and the same line of your class you have to type with headings, and it will automatically add this class also. Then we have to create a function to specify our headings. So let's create a function with the name of headings, and this one will return an array. So let's type our function body also and return an array. Now in here we have to specify our headings. So for example, I have ID, then I have name, and also let's bring the email also. Now, since I am just writing this three columns, so I will not use all. I have to specify the columns of my students also to fetch only this three columns. So let's change this to select ID, name, and email. And in here, let's add our get function. Now let's save everything and let's go back to our project. Let's click export student. It's been exported. Now let's open this. Now I have my ID heading, email, name, and email. So this is how we can export. In the next part, we will see how we can import from our Excel sheet